Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be your August reading for 2023, or whenever this message finds you. Time is fluid, so of course, whenever you see this message is when it's meant for you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Taurus at this time, please? Messages for Taurus at this time, please. Thank you. Your first card out is the Two of Forces, the Willow. Your second card is the One of Scrolls, on track. Your third card is the Eight of Forces, the Lightning Bolt. And on the bottom of this deck, the number 20, Major Arcana, Will, Wisdom, and Mind. This indicates right now that you have the power of fire, creativity, and water, receptivity with the power of the Most High, and the will, wisdom, and mind of the divine. And some may be confused by that, but with the Akashic records, and it goes against, some religious beliefs, but, if you believe that we are all part of something bigger, the divine is within us and we are within the divine. So it's one and the same, and we make a choice to come down to this planet, and there is a divine spirit within each of us that has that power of creation, and we are taught not to listen to that intuition and whatnot. I'm going to pull a few cards to clarify these from the Everyday Witch Tarot. And let's see what comes out for Taurus in August. The Two of Forces, the Willow, the Five of Cups. The One of Scrolls, on track, the Two of Wands. The Eight of Forces, the Lightning Bolt, Temperance. And on the bottom of this deck, the Page of Pentacles. So it could be at this time, Taurus. I generally see the two cards on the bottom of these two decks as clarifying each other as well. And so the Page of Pentacles is solid beginnings and new hope, even the potential of a new job perhaps for some. That's just the basic meaning of it, but how you wish to use the power that you have right now in relation to that. I'm going to pull a card for you as an overall from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. These always seem to tie the readings together so nicely, and I'm changing up the format a little bit, so let me know if you like it in the comments. What is the Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Taurus at this time, please? As an overall. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. And I will look at that a little more closely. I want to actually pull 3 cards right now from the Divine Abundance Oracle to serve as clarifiers for these as well. as I said, changing things up a little bit, having a little fun, trying to loosen up a little bit, Taurus. I hope you don't mind. Let me know in the comments. As long as I deliver messages of positivity that can help at least one person, then I feel like I'm doing okay. All these decks will be listed down below in the description box in case you're interested. Clarifying the Two of Forces and the Five of Cups. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. I am outside, so you can probably hear dogs in the background. On One of Scrolls on Track and Two of Wands, we have karma. There's nothing from a past life that cannot be addressed in the current life. Nothing that can't be fixed either, Taurus. And finally, on the Eight of Forces, the Lightning Bolt and Temperance, acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens flow. That goes beautifully with that Temperance card and the Lightning Bolt. So I'm very happy with this reading overall for you, Taurus, because when I saw the Lightning Bolt, it's like a Tower card in the Akashic Tarot. And so I know it can be tough sometimes, life is just that way. Sometimes, it's constantly throwing things in our path, and it can be difficult sometimes, but there's always, every cloud has a silver lining, and so I've said that a few times in these August readings, I think, and each time I've said it, I can feel people's eyes rolling. And I've admitted, on any given day I would be doing the same thing, Taurus, but it's true. Every cloud does have a silver lining, and you just have to look for it sometimes. But the first card that we pulled for you is the Two of Forces, the Willow. And as you can see, there is a big, beautiful willow tree here standing beside the creek there. And the roots of the willow tree run deep and wide, and they're very strong in their foundation. And so it's capable of standing up to just about anything. And so that's what this card is indicating, is that it's a time for you to enjoy a calm and peaceful energy right now. But it also signifies a time of power. So you can reinforce the foundation in your family or your work, in your spirit, in the depth of belief in yourself, and you have a peaceful strength that extends through all eternity from the waters of your soul, Taurus, and you just have to remind yourself of that. We all have the waters of our soul from which to draw on throughout all eternity, and we get so caught up in our day-to-day lives, it can be difficult to remember that, and very easy to lose sight of it in this day and age, with the fear of missing out and everybody, trying to, compete in every way. So stand confidently in your truth right now, and know how powerful you are, and support the growth of all those things that are wonderful in your life, whatever that is for you. I also have made a decision that if I can remember, I want to try to read each of the meanings or these Akashic force for each of these cards, because I feel like it's important for a meditation if people may need it. So the Akashic force for this card reads, take a deep breath and feel yourself plant energetic roots through the bottom of your feet, moving down to the very depths of the earth and tapping the resources you need. Notice the strength you feel rising up from this profound source of energy. Do your best to remember that, Taurus. This was clarified by the Five of Cups. And this is a card of loss and feeling lost, unloved. But there's only 3 of the cups spilled there, and there's 2 on the table that are still standing up, and all she has to do is look up and see that there are 2 cups still there on the table. And you have the power to draw from those eternal waters of your soul, Taurus. So if you have to remind yourself of that, then do so. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. As difficult as it can be, if there are cups that have spilled for you, Taurus, those 3 cups, perhaps you need to mourn, and then it's time to see the other 2 and to trust the divine plan and to move on. To find a way to be able to move on. Trust your inner guidance. The next card out for you was the One of Scrolls on track, and you can see a man standing there looking over his shoulder. He's kind of ambivalent about whether or not he wants to get on the train, but he's got his ticket in hand, and excuse me, Taurus, he needs to go. And it's amazing to me how these cards clarify each other, because the Two of Wands, of course, is making a choice. It's waiting for results or future planning, and you can see the train, the engine is smoking. It's time to get on and go. And sometimes, even if you feel ill-equipped for the journey, if you have made the decision and you go in one direction, you at least have gained the experience, Taurus. Life is full of experiences. That's what it's all about. And so, if nothing else, you have gained experience from whatever choice you've made. So, this card is indicating that you're on the right track. If you haven't made a choice, of course, it's time. It's time to do so. But if you have, then good for you. Plan for that if you need to and move forward with it. Travel can be indicated by this card, of course. It can also mean taking a certain track with your life with regard to a project or a career or even a relationship. But either way, whatever it means, however it resonates for you, it's time to decide. There is a direction that you are leaning toward, Taurus. So if nothing else, flip a coin and see how you feel about that as the decision. And if you wish that you had chosen the other. And so then do the same, make up your mind. This is what I've decided. And then how do you feel about it? Sometimes that's what you have to do. The Akashic force for this card reads, take a deep breath and say, I'm back on track. Feel the clarity of that declaration and let that energy fill you. As the state of readiness moves through you, sense just one simple action that will realign you with your purpose. One simple action that will realign you with your purpose. And then the Divine Abundance card that clarified these two is the Karma card. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. You'll have to decide how that resonates with you, Taurus, because there are so many different instances that I could speak of, but there's no karmic issue that can't be dealt with in this life either. Remember that. You have to be able to recognize the triggers in order to change anything, first of all. So if you're interested in the Akashic Records, there are lots of videos on YouTube. Check it out. It's very interesting. And it can be very helpful for self-awareness if you are more interested in that. And obviously, excuse me, if you're listening to this, I have a feeling, you probably are leaning in that direction. So, the Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt, certainly can look like a scary card. And as I said, to me, it's kind of like the Tower, because you can see the lightning bolt going down the middle of that tree, and it's obviously, going to split that tree in half. And thunder and lightning can be very scary. And the puddles around here on the ground, this can indicate, obviously some kind of conflict in your life that it could have been going on for a while. Like, the storm, it didn't just happen that the lightning bolt just came out of nowhere in this card. It's cloudy, it's been raining, and there's water on the ground. So it could be that it's something that you've known about for a while. So I'm sorry to say it could be a time of loss or disappointment, or even, a metaphorical death of some kind. And you could be feeling disappointed at the very least about something. Obviously, it could be a partnership, a friendship, or a creative project. It could be anything, career opportunity. Uh-oh. Things might be taking another turn here in just a moment. The wind's picking up a bit. Uh-oh. Hang on with me, Taurus. Hopefully it'll die down here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the breeze. Thank you for the breeze. That was much needed. It's the summertime, so, of course, always storms and things blowing up, so we'll see how it goes. At any rate, thanks for your patience there. You saw a little bit of my behind the scenes, a little shield from the sun. Accept the situation and don't fight it. As difficult as it may be, there is benefit that's always coming. From the Tower, it often takes, an ending to bring forth a new and better beginning. So what does a storm do? The rain always makes things feel cleansed. It's a shame that there's a splitting apart of the tree, and there's obviously damage, but the storm cleanses the field and can make things anew. So the Akashic Force for this card reads, imagine a lightning bolt striking nearby, leaving some destruction in its wake. Now close your eyes and with a deep breath, feel the energy of lightning stir within you. It's almost as if the finger of God is yours to employ. How do you want to direct this energy in your life? And with this being clarified by the Temperance card, you have got balance and self-control, and that look on her face. I love that this card is clarifying it, because she's in control completely. She has that perfect balance in her life. You can see the cupcakes on one side. There's some greens, carrots on the other, and some water. Everything in moderation. So if there is something that you're struggling with right now, I feel like you have that balance Taurus. And if you don't, this is indicating, I mean, you're grounded anyway. You know, Taurus, I mean, you guys are so grounded usually, but you can seek this out. You know, you can do yoga, you can meditate. There are things that you can do by all means. And having the card, you know, say, how do you want to use this force in your life? How do you want to use that power in your life? You have that power, Taurus. With acceptance, clarifying this, radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. Another beautiful card to clarify this. That is what is required right now, Taurus, is just radical acceptance. That's all you can do. Whatever the lightning bolt is, whatever that means for you, balance yourself out, stay grounded, and just do your best to accept. Do your best to accept. Because all you can do is worry about your karma in this life, right? And if you are doing your best and keeping your karma clear, then that's awesome. And don't forget to receive those eternal waters from your soul of healing, strength. You got this, Taurus. You got this. You're on the right track. So say that to yourself. Remember, I am on the right track. I'm going to read this drifter message for you now from the Shaman's Dream Oracle to close out your reading. And I'm going to zoom in here if I can just a bit so you can see that a little better, hopefully. Sorry about my banged up thumb. It's totally fine. Number 14 reduces to a 5. Drifter, what lights you up? Experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. That's really funny that the wind was just blowing that breeze a moment ago. When the drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you do have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the drifter. Here, you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations. But you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on the hamster wheel and getting nowhere. Your laziness is an underappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without your having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The drifter helps you find what you were looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. That was a beautiful card to end this message on, Taurus. And the wind is kicking up again, just in time, I think, for me to close this reading. I hope that this has resonated with you. I hope you have a wonderful August. And hang in there and know that you have the waters of your eternal soul to draw on. And you're on the right track. Just do your best to stay balanced and grounded. And I hope you have a beautiful August, Taurus. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your summer, all right? I want to say I love you. I don't usually say that at the end of a reading, but I was drawn to say that, and I love you, Taurus. I hope that you feel uplifted. I hope that this reading resonates with you, and if it does, please hit that like and subscribe button. Do your best for radical acceptance. Love and light.